Hey everybody, just another guitar that's come into the workshop this week that I'd like to show you, especially in this particular instance so that we can look at the tremolo system. The tremolo system here is Stetsbar. Now, I don't know how many you've seen one of these before, but they're generally recommended for replacing a bridge unit, which is a fixed bridge unit, on something like a Les Paul, and the entire system is surface mounted. In this case here, the springs, and it's a bit more difficult to see because it's black hardware, I know, but the springs are either side of a rolling cam. And this rolling system here, which I don't know how well you can see that system rolls there, it allows the bridge to move forward very slightly on a roller bearing. And the idea then is it loosens the entire string set and decreases the pitch. Of course, that's when it's working like it is now. Let me just show you how it's working. Now you can hear that staying in tune very well. But it's not set up how it's recommended to be set up from the factory. Stetsbar is not working as it should do on this guitar. And this is the only time I've ever seen Stetsbar in here, so this is the only one I can ever really go by. I do think there are some potential problems with the device itself. And that is namely that there is friction in the system that can't be eradicated by setup. And the springs do not get over that particular friction that's in the system. Let me explain why. At the moment, Stetsbar only goes in one direction. I cannot lift it. Now, the reason for that is because I have tightened the springs and its stop block so that it's all the way into its travel in this direction. It can't go any further. I did this because it wouldn't stay in tune when it was set how it's designed to be set, which is as a floating trem with movement in both directions. And the problem was, as you get towards equilibrium, i.e. the pressure from the springs and the pressure of the strings, there's some friction in the system which isn't allowing it to always settle in exactly the right place. So you get tuning problems. Now, we know that the tuning problems aren't caused by the nut, because if they were, it would pull sharp here. And it's definitely not. So the tuning issue must come from friction in the system. Now, my belief is that, I don't know if you can see how well you can see that there, that there is a roller bearing, and there's one here and one there, which the bar at the back, there's a rolling bar here, which allows the tremolo to move. I think there's some friction being introduced there. I also, despite the fact that there is a set of bearings they're in a plastic plate. The plate is maybe so long, and the bearings are encapsulated inside the plate, and the two edges, or the two surfaces, the base plate and the bridge plate, move against each other like this, laying on top of those bearings. Now, despite those bearings being quite good in themselves, it does require a screw through the top plate into the bottom plate to stop one plate lifting away from the others. And I believe that's also potentially causing some friction. So I don't think that this is the best solution for putting a tremolo onto a guitar like this. I certainly wouldn't change the tremolo system it had initially, or should have had initially, which is, as you can see, it's routed for a Strat trem. I would have probably, had the customer not supplied this, added a standard 2-point tremolo to it. I think it would have been more reliable in both directions. That said, the customer's happy for it to go in one direction, and as you can see, once you've got over that initial issue of it not centering by locking it to the back of its travel, it's very good. And it does have the added bonus of the fact that it's a tunematic bridge, so you can lean your hand on it and it's very easy to mute without moving the tremolo. And in this configuration, incredibly stable. So overall, yes, it has that advantage, but I don't think I would put one of these onto a guitar that I could fit a non-surface mounted tremolo to. I think there may be some strengths to them where you can only fit a surface mounted tremolo, but I certainly wouldn't do it anywhere else. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.